Good afternoon. Philippine inflation significantly eased in October on the back of slower increase in food prices. The Philippine Statistics Authority on Tuesday reports that inflation slowed to 4.9% in October from 6.1% in September. The latest reading brings the 10-month average to 6.4%, still above the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas' 2 to 4% annual target. At a press conference, national statistician Dennis Mapa says the softer inflation print last month was mainly due to slower price growth of key food items. Data shows that food inflation eased to 7% in October from 9.7% in September. The Restaurants and Accommodation Services Index also contributed to the downtrend, with an inflation rate of 6.3% in October from 7.1% in September. A 100,000 peso reward awaits anyone who has credible information that could lead to the identification and arrest of those behind the killing of radio broadcaster Juan Jumalon in Misamis Occidental on November 5. In a social media post, the Presidential Task Force on Media Security announces the 100,000 peso reward for information that could lead to the apprehension of the suspects. The 57-year-old radio man was shot while on air over Misamis Occidental's Gold FM 94.7 in Calamba town around 5:30 a.m. on Sunday. According to police, CCTV footage from Jumalon's home showed that two gun-toting men were able to enter the house through the garage. Jumalon's radio station was also in his house. Calamba Municipal Police said that 3 persons of interest have been identified. On Monday, the Philippine National Police released a computerized facial sketch of a man believed to have served as a lookout near the gate of Jumalon's home. The Department of Justice says it filed criminal charges before the Surigao court against the members of the Socorro Bayanihan Services Inc, an alleged religious cult in Surigao del Norte. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says the group's leader, J. Renz Kilario, alias Senor Aguila, and 12 others have been charged with qualified trafficking in persons, facilitation of child marriage, solemnization of child marriage, and child abuse. According to Remulla, the filing of the cases before the local court is a temporary one since the prosecution will move for its transfer to Metro Manila or other venues. The DOJ earlier said that they opted to transfer the venue for the cases since there have been multiple inhibitions of local prosecutors in the province. Remulla says they have already formed a panel of prosecutors to handle the cases. The DOJ says it also requested the court to issue a precautionary hold departure order to prevent the respondents from leaving the country. The Senate inquiry into the so-called Socorro cult resumes Tuesday as the group allegedly subjected its members to sexual violence, forced marriage, and forced labor. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Philippine inflation rate slows down to 4.9% in October. 100,000 peso reward offered for information on suspects in the killing of radio broadcaster Juan Jumalon. And the UN calls Gaza a graveyard for children. Palestinian health authorities say death toll from Israeli strikes tops 10,000. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.